there, this is Susie again, and today she is going to talk about specifically bare-rooted plants sending interstate. Interstate, each state in Australia has its own laws regarding sending plants. Please do go onto the government website, the Noxious Weed site, and please do read what you can and what you can't send interstate. And in particular, Western Australians, they have a very strict guideline, rules, regulations, sending any sort of plant matter into that particular state. So please be aware where you can, where you can't. We are lucky here in Victoria. We accept just about any plant matter certified by the agricultural government laws. And as long as it's not noxious weed in that particular state, please read your guidelines properly. But you can pay quite a big hefty fines or get the certification and the certificates that they require to be able to send interstate. Here today I had a buyer who was interested in my Mr. Henry Cox zonal pelargonium, which is a fancy leaf one here, and he has just bought this particular plant. So I am going to show you how I send to this particular client bare rooted, and that is mainly I am interested in this particular video, even though he has also ordered a cutting, but we will do that later in this particular package. And there are a few things involved. One is make sure that you can send interstate. Secondly, try to give your buyers the exact postage and also ask how they wish to get this postage to them. There are two ways, as you know. Australia Post to do it normal delivery and of course express delivery, which different price points. So clarify that very carefully. And for me, I only have one rule, which is I only express post. I do not do normal post unless my client needs that particular services. That's when I provide normal postage, and I don't really then have to worry about how this particular parcel gets to them, whether in good condition or not, because they have specifically asked for normal postage. Normal postage could take up to 2 weeks, if not 2 months, to get to the client, because it can zigzag about few states before it may get back to me. So that's the reason I like to do express post. And to start off with, here's a pot that I have potted this quite a while back, which would be in March, April that I did. So let's have a look how much this particular plant has rooted. It has rooted really, really well, as you can see. So I am now taking all the soil off it, as much as I can. It has rooted really well, and he is going to get 2 pieces. This is not very well rooted, but it will survive if he looks after them. So I generally like to send 2. Usually I send 1 rooted, but because this pot had 2, I might as well send this extra one. And to get this particular plant, it's about $9 bare rooted sent interstate. And there are 3 states that actually benefits really well from bare rooted or plant material sent, which is Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria. The other state has their own laws on quarantine. So here we go. So what I do, I then put this aside And then he also asked for a cutting of Mrs. Quilter. So this particular one is Mrs. Quilter. And normally I like to give 2 pieces so that if one dies, the other one can survive. It is showing some really good colors, and it flowers into single pink petals. So what I do then, I remove all the leaves, as you can see, and I leave very little, so that the leaves do not struggle to survive when you plant them. I take as many leaves as I can. I leave this. He can actually remove this too if he wishes, but I like to see how beautiful the leaves are there. So that's Mrs. Quilter, and I also like to give them, just to thank you for ordering through me, which I normally do if it doesn't go over 500 grams. So about 6 pieces, 6 to 7 pieces fits really well into a 500 gram Express Australia Post bag. This is a 500 gram Express Post, and it will cost something about $11.35 or $11.45, but I normally do it for $11. I don't worry about cents. And a nice box that you can actually pick quite a lot of this size box from Bunnings. And it should fit in here quite nicely, like such. If I can open it. Like such. So it fits in nicely. So we'll get to that later in the video. And so I have done that, and now trying to get this bare rooted wrapped up. So make sure you get some kitchen towels or serviettes or whatever you have, and wrap it. He's lucky to get 2 pieces. Normally I only send 1, and it costs $9 per bare rooted plant. This is how I do it. And then you put a rubber band around it. Like such. If you can get over it. Like such. So first lot of rubber band is on. This is how it should look. Okay. And then you dip it in the water. Just once, just like that. And leave it here. And then meanwhile you have a tag, a clean tag, and you write it down with a pen. I thought I did have a pen. Oh yes, here it is. And write Henry Cox. And then on the other side, I like to let the customer know it's by me, so I initial it, and today's date, which is 17, I believe, or something very close to today, 17th of the 8th, 19. So the customer sort of knows when he received this particular item. SN is tsunami and the date. And then I put it in with it. Just sliding through the rubber band. And then the next is Mrs. Quilter. So I do exactly the same thing. That's one is enough for, and then fold it. Put these two together and wrap it up. And then do that. I normally, as I said before, send 2 pieces just in case one dies. And then you dip it in the water and then put it there. And here's the spare one that I'm sending. So I'm just going to show you again how I chop everything. And try to cut it just below the node. So the receiving end customer, the recipient, just has to basically put it into the soil. So this is how I have done it. Not much leaves left, and it will not struggle to survive and start to grow properly without wasting too much energy on other leaves. And this is how long it takes me to do all this. As you can see, this is live and this is what I would be doing otherwise. It's good to see how you can post them. Now, one was Mrs. Quilter. And the back SN, say 17th of the 8th, 19th, something like that. I don't know exact date, but I'm sure it's around the date time frame. And then the other one is just a free one. I call it a lemon scented, but I believe it's got a different name. But anyway, this person will get the name. I will just call it lemon scented because it smells of lemon. Lemon scented ivy. Sorry, lemon scented pelargonium, not ivy, sorry. Maybe. And I just like to write the word free so that they know it says a gift. So I've done all that. And then what I like to do is to make sure that it is under 500 grams. It should be. It's really less than that, which is okay. Even with an extra one, it's quite a good. And I hope that it then fits in this box. And I like to lay a couple of papers underneath. And then lay the plants in it. As you can see, one this side, one that side, and I hope this one fits in somehow without damaging the plant. And then try to put the cover on the top. Oh, sorry, I did the wrong thing. I'll get back to you in a minute. Sorry, there's one process I have forgotten. You do not do that. You have to wrap it in a clean wrap or aluminium. I'll show you. I'll come back to you later. Sorry about that. I forgot one of the processes that is vital and is very important, that you actually wrap this wet tissue into a glad wrap or you can use aluminium foil. I try not to use aluminium foil because I just find this is just for convenience. And also retains moisture better than the aluminium foil. So it really doesn't matter. You know, a lot of them like using aluminium, whereas I don't. I just tear this into this size and wrap this in. Just wrap it in like such. And then the bottom bit, turn it up so that any water does not spill out. And then tie it again. Just like that. I might actually put this one at the bottom first, like such. And I don't want to break the plant and I don't want to take any leaves off, but I hope this person will get it in good health. And this one too, wrap it up. This is not as moisture retaining as the other one. That should be okay. And then wrap it up. So this just contains moisture better. If there is any seepage, leakage, it holds in here, that's what I want. Whereas aluminium would do the same, but aluminium foil is more likely to tilt over all the excessive water, and this is just tightly done. And this one, I will also sit it this way, so they're all facing the same way. This is just a spare one. Now, I have done all that, and sorry about that. I keep on missing a few things, aren't I? But it's okay. We can improve it without chopping the video again. And it's it should be okay. Tuck it in. And put a couple of papers on the top so it does not see too much heat, whatever, and it's going to South Australia, so I just want the person to get it in a good nick. What my hubby then does is tapes them together like such, puts the tape around it, and then he will name the person, where it's going, and he will slide this box in and will take it to the post office after measuring the container. So it's really is quite good because I could put a couple more, but as you can see, there is not much more room in a 500 gram bag or the box. If you have a bigger box, it won't fit into the 500 grams. So that's number one to watch out for. Secondly, how many pieces a 500 grams will take. As you can see, 6 pieces. So that's its maximum amount you can have in a 500 gram Express Post, Australia Post bag. And this person will receive this item, fingers crossed, legs crossed, everything crossed, tomorrow. Thanks for watching my video. Bye for now.